Okay, so welcome to the Bendigo Tech School's live streaming sessions. Now, just a warning on this one, you might hear my fans are speeding up a little bit. I've moved my mic away as far as I can, but what I'm doing today really stresses out my laptop, so that's why the fans are speeding up. And as you can see, there's also two of me, which, two Daniels for the price of one. You can't complain about that. But we are talking about using, basically making your own webcams, really. So that's why I have two. Now I'm going to talk about this a bit louder, so hopefully I can talk over the hum of my laptop fans speeding up there. But I'll get right into it. This is going to be a short session. This is the first session that we're doing this month in our Intro 2 sessions. It's also the first time that we don't have the feeds public on our YouTube channel here, so hopefully we're doing all right. So if you remember, for those of you that saw this video I put up the other day, the reason why we don't have them as public live streams to begin with is we are hoping and asking everyone if they could register to attend these sessions. Obviously registration is free. It does take a couple of seconds, and I know our time is precious these days, but it really does help us out. And by us, I mean obviously the Bendigo Tech School. It helps us out with things like stats and being able to help our teachers even more. So I know it's a pain. So if you are watching this video a week later and you weren't able to catch it live, that's what you need to do. You just need to go to the Bendigo Tech School website. There'll be a big page up there. It'll look just like that, which has all our sessions on there. And when you register freely through Eventbrite, you will get the link so you can watch the session live. So those that are watching it live now, thank you. And that way you can ask me questions. I can tailor this to suit you. I can go as long as I like. So I really encourage everyone to do that if you could. That would be amazing. I'll just quickly check chat to make sure everyone who is seeing me live is okay. So again, just a clarification, you might be hearing my fans being spinning up at the moment, just because what I'm doing really kind of pushes my little Alienware a little bit too much. But yeah, we should be okay. I do have about 4 monitors going, and I have about 3 or 4 webcams going. So, and I'm recording it all. But it's doing great. It's a little trooper. The hard drive did die last week, and that's getting replaced. So I have a temporary hard drive in there that's doing the job. But anyway, enough of my woes. So today's session, like I said, it's going to be a short one as we kind of gear up to this month being basically a session every day. This one is all about webcams. Now, I've done that because I know I've been chatting with a few teachers online these past few weeks, and still webcams are like hen's teeth being able to find them. And also they are very expensive for no apparent reason other than you can't find them. So this session is all about how to use all the equipment you probably already have as a webcam. Now, I am using, if you can look on my screen here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch across here. And I'm just going to increase Daniel number 1, or maybe Daniel number 2. I'm going to increase that one. Oh, I look good in that one. My colouring is all right. And then I'm going to increase this one as well. And we'll see how we go. All right, so we have 2 Daniels there. Now, both of these are running off different cameras. You can tell which one's which. This is my webcam. So this is the webcam that is built into my laptop, the little guy at the top there. And this one is my iPhone. Now, I've also limited this one. I've actually brought the resolution quite down. But you can see just a huge difference in quality, even at that only running at 640 by 480. I'm not using the full res of my phone. So I'm looking at my phone now. Now I'm looking at my laptop. Phone, laptop, phone, laptop. All right. So it's pretty simple to do, and in so much so that this should be like a 5-minute session. So what I've got is you can use any smart device really that you've got in your home. It can be your iPhone. It can be an iPad. It doesn't have to be an iDevice. It can be an Android device. It can be those two. So Android or iOS, because that's what the app is on. And that is it. It will take advantage of using the camera on your phone. And I can also do things, hopefully it's not crash this while I'm doing it. I'm going to spin that around. Let's see. Oh, and that worked. Okay, so here is my office. I've just spun that around. Now, obviously the good thing about this is having a portable camera like this, you can move it around. So that's the mic I'm using at the moment, and there's my screen, right? And there is random toys. Raph uses this a lot. So you can see by having this external camera here, you've got a lot more options. You can pick it up, you can move it around, you're not stuck to using that webcam there. You can switch it from front view to rear view. I can do a lot more here, I'm not going to go through it right now, but I can change the focusing, I can do green screening, all of this just on my simple old iPhone. Now this is the phone that I'm using now as well, so it's still connected, I can still use it, I hadn't had to use a spare iPhone. iPod Touches as well if you've got those. Any device with a camera on it, away you go. So I'm just going to spin this back to me. I'm going to put it back down. So the benefit, oh, there's my hand. So the benefit of that, like I said, is you can see that it's quite portable. You can do whatever you like with it. Now, you can connect it via Wi-Fi as well, which is good. So it really is portable. You don't even have to have it connected to your computer. Or you can connect it via the cable too. So I would probably do the cable if you don't need to move it around, because it's going to be a lot stronger and it's not going to be hitting your bandwidth. But if you want to move around, you can use it on Wi-Fi, and you can wirelessly stream from your phone straight to your computer. Okay, and again, you can see the difference in quality. Now, I've got two going here. I've got my iPad as well. I was going to have a third camera going for this session, but maybe that might be too much. My fans are already pretty loud. So that's what we're going to do. Now, it is super simple to do. Okay, so I'm just going to run you through how to do it, and then I'll let you go and do it. So let me jump across. Let me get rid of. There's probably too many Daniels here, right? Let me zoom him down. Let me go to Daniel number 2. We'll bring him over there. Let's put him on top of this Daniel. I like this Daniel here. He looks nicer. All right, maybe we could do like a, I don't know, what's it called with all the people that sit there and anyway, we don't need to do that. So let's jump across here. So all you need to do is, it's basically an app. Now, there are a few of these apps out there. All right, this is the one that I would recommend after doing the research on everything and trying a whole bunch out. I would recommend this. Now, this isn't a plug for this company. They're not paying us, though, if you want to. So it's called Epoch Cam. It's basically a webcam. It works on Mac, it works on PC, like I said, and any device that has the app, which is Android and iOS. There are two versions of it. There's a free version, which you can use. I use that for a whole of 5 seconds. It does have a bunch of ads that pop up, which were annoying. So I would definitely recommend buying it. The free version allows you to do live streaming. It does limit your resolution to 640 by 480, which is what I'm using now anyway, so you can see it's still pretty clear. And it does limit a couple of things as well. So for the sake of $7.99, which I believe is $12 something in Australia, I would definitely recommend buying it. It gives you full HD, so I can, if I want to, I can change the res on my screen here and pump it up to 1080p. I'm not going to do that because the screen is so tiny, you don't really need to see it at that resolution, so I can bring that bandwidth down. But if I was going to do a live stream and it was just going to be using the camera and not worrying about the screen, I'll probably bring that resolution right up, and you can do that. So definitely pay the $12 if you've got it, get it on the school budget for the app. Okay, and once it's installed, it's pretty simple to use. So you download the app, okay, here, and then you jump across to their website and you download a piece of software which you install on your computer. And what that does is basically the software is what is setting up that kind of virtual network between your iPhone or Android device and your computer. That's kind of how it works. It does run in the background, and it does use a little bit of resources. Let's have a look. I'm going to see. I'm going to jump into my activity monitor, and let's just see. Let's see what's happening here, because, like I said, you can hear my fans spinning up. Now, I know that some of us aren't lucky enough to have such powerful computers. Thank you, Graham. But let me have a look. I'm just going to bring this across here. All right, so there we go there. So you can see that's what's running in the background. All right, so that's what's doing this, allowing me to do the streaming wirelessly from my phone to my computer. It's like a little service, a little app that's running. So you do have an app running in the background. So for those of you at schools, you will need to have this installed. If you don't have admin access to your computers, you will need to request admin access or get your IT professionals at school to give you admin access, because it does need to install a service on your laptop, okay, or computer. So you can see there, in terms of CPU, look, it's not a huge amount, 13%. It does use a bit of power. The reason why my fans are spinning up, obviously, is I have that going while having Streamlabs, which is a streaming software, while having probably too many tabs in Chrome, and a bunch of other stuff happening. So if it was just a normal computer with just that running, I think we would be fine. Let me go into my performance there so you can see. I don't know, these numbers are really for Robbie. He loves these numbers. So you can see there that my memory, obviously it's used half my memory, but so yes, so that's kind of what is going there. So you do have a process, this one here, running in the background, which you have to have installed. All right, I'm just going to double check chat to make sure we're all okay. We're all good, we're all good. So yeah, once you install that, you're basically right to go. And then you have that running. It's kind of pretty much running on your computer all the time, but it only kicks in once you actually connect your device and open the app. And once you open the app, it just works straight away. There is no setup. It's just seamless. As long as you're on the same network, if you're going on Wi-Fi, okay, so your phone's on a Wi-Fi network and your computer is on the same Wi-Fi network, it'll work. Or if you are connected in via the cable. So if you're at school doing this, and I know sometimes schools do not like staff having their phones on Wi-Fi, you may want to go the cable route and plug it directly into your computer, and that way you don't have to worry about being on a school Wi-Fi. It is really just like an external camera connected to your computer, and that's what your computer sees. It sees it as an external camera. So when you go into, if you're using WebEx, if you're using Zoom, if you're using any web streaming device, for instance, even the software I'm using picks it up straight away as being a USB camera, but a much better one. So what I'm going to do, I'll try and do this. I'm going to show you basically how it works. So I'll spin this across here. This is going to be weird. I'm going to spin it around. What I'm going to do is I'll let me just change. I'm going to change one screen now. I'm going to do this through. I'll do it through the. Whoa, that's a beautiful shot of under my face. I'm going to bring this one up here, and then I'm going to pull it across. This is going to be tricky. All right, so I'm now showing the app there. This is kind of the easiest way. I was trying like a bunch of ways to be able to do this before I left, but I thought this would be the easiest way to do it. So there it is there. So you can see in terms of the setup, that's what I'm seeing. Okay, there's the camera there. It's on my front-facing camera, which is why I can see my hand coming through there. And then you have a bunch of settings on this side, a bunch of settings down here. So you can reverse the camera and use the front-facing camera if you want to. You can stretch it out if you want to have a wider view. Let me try and do that while I... There we go. So you can see how I'm kind of like, that reverses the image, so we'll reverse it back. There we go there. And then you have your settings. Now I'm going to try and show you this while I'm kind of doing this here. Let's tap into the settings. There we go there. So you can see in your settings, a bit of a reflection on my screen, but there's a lot you can do there. So you've got your chroma cutoff. So that's if you're using a green screen. So you can use this as a green screening camera. So if you had a blank wall behind you, be it green, blue, magenta, and you have that cutoff there, you can actually have a bit of a green screen. So you could put another image behind yourself. And I know some web clients do this, but you can actually use this as a green screen camera and put yourself somewhere else. You can see the resolution there. Okay, I have it quite low. I only have it 640 by 480, but you can pump that up to full HD resolution. And you can see the connection method there as well. So you can see you can connect over Wi-Fi, USB, or automatic. And there's the bandwidth, right? So you're seeing what kind of bandwidth you would be using. At 640 by 480, it's quite small, 0.9 megabytes a second, but at HD, obviously, you're looking at like 6 megabits a second. So your bandwidth is probably pretty important when you're using this, but it allows you to bring it down, throttle it down, and bring it back up, which is very, very cool. And that's it. That's all the settings there are to it. It's pretty simple. So I'm just going to flip this around and put it back down here. And we're done. All right, let me shrink myself back down again. All right. So that is that. Like I said, first session was a simple one. It was a quick one. So that is what I would recommend doing. So that is what I've been using for our live streams. I mean, I have only had to use one camera most sessions because, let's face it, you don't want to see 20 versions of me. But if your webcam is not the best, and as you've probably discovered over the past few weeks, webcams aren't the best. They're pretty bad. You might want to look at using a device that you've got. Now, I'm using the audio through my microphone here. I've got an external mic. But you can also get your audio through your phone too, because again, depending on the laptop that you've got, you might find that your mics are pretty bad. Like that's one thing I found with this Alienware was the microphones were pretty terrible, and the sound card. I mean, they weren't made for this kind of work. So thank you again to Graham. I managed to get an external mic and a bit of a external sound card, so I can kind of mix this stuff through. But yeah, you might want to use your phone because again, their microphones on your phones are going to be far better than the microphones on your laptops. So simple as that. Our first session was an easy one. It was just an intro to something very, very simple that will help you out, especially if you're doing screen recording. So that's all I wanted to show you for this first session while we've switched to this new format, and hopefully it will be okay. And we'll see how we go from there. So I can't plug the rest of our programs on the YouTube channel because you won't see them. Now this session, we did say we'll have these sessions coming up after a week. We might put them out, but I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll see if we can put them out a bit sooner, just because I know people are very busy, and even if they can't watch them live, they do like to watch them back. Now, if you can't watch them live, don't worry. If you register as well, you'll still get that link. So even if you don't see them here, what that link will do is it allows you to view them live when they're running, but it also allows you to watch it back whenever you want. So you'll be able to see it any time as well. So that's the benefit of doing this. So let me plug it a different way. I'm going to go to Bendigo Textile. So here's that video, my live stream video on how to do live streams. Oh, look, there I am there. But I'm just going to click the link. That's why I did it. So for those of you that are just watching this now, so if you head to our website, you'll see the rest of the month. Now, it's going to be a busy month, especially for me. Now, I'm picking up my son from school every day as well, so it's a bit of a pick up and then run home as fast as I can, so I'm here on time. But that's fun. All right, so starting off, what have we got? We'll scroll back to here. So this is today, okay, so you can see booking it super easy, just a click and away you go. And then what will happen is you will get the link to this video so you can watch it live or anytime, really, after the fact. But after today, the big ones are going to be coming up down here. So what we have is Introduction to Adobe Illustrator tomorrow. Then we have the masterclasses. Let's have a look here. We're going to have the final masterclass. Is on May 28th, so that's for everyone that's been watching our masterclass series. That one is going to be interesting. That's going to be laser cutting live. Now, the tech school obviously is not open, so I will be doing laser cutting from my garage live. I've got approval to do that, so that's okay. That'll be fun. So I'm just going to show you laser cutting, setting up the equipment, and how you can cut some of your designs, and I'll have a couple of designs ready to go that we'll cut. So that'll be on the 28th. I'm actually looking forward to that. I reckon that'll be kind of cool. You get to see my garage, which I'm sure is a nice change of pace from seeing my office. And I'm sure Raph will most definitely want to be in on that one. So that is our final masterclass series. So if you're into Illustrator or laser cutting, I would definitely check that out. Or if you want to see my garage, I don't know, win-win. Then after that, we're into Introduction to Adobe Premiere. Now that is video editing software. Again, these are all Intro to sessions. This is the big request we've had, is doing an intro to all of these sessions. So Intro to Premiere, Intro to Character Animator on June 2nd. That is using, it's kind of like a replacement from the original Flash animation, but doing Character Animator. I'm going to show you how to do some real simple facial animations, which is kind of cool. Then we have Intro to Photoshop. Then we have Matt's Masterclass series. Now these are going to be pre-recorded, mainly because this is a tricky one to do live. Especially if you haven't got all the equipment. So Matt has done some awesome videos. I was chatting with him yesterday. Apparently they could be anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour and a half. But they will be uploaded and ready to go, so you can watch those. That'll be really cool. I'm going to watch those actually. Then we have intro to block coding, intro to video editing, intro to using Lightburn for laser cutting, some podcasting, some 3D modeling, and then after that, that's 2 weeks, man. We'll probably have some more sessions as well. So remember, please register, and that way you will see them live and you can chat with me live. Speaking of chat, I should make sure everyone is okay in chat. Hello, my superstar, Mr. Roland, is there as well. Oh, and also, while I think of my superstar, Mr. Roland, those of you that do register, we are going to have a giveaway for this month. For everyone that registers, we're giving away a Sphero Mini, which is kind of cool. I've registered. I don't think I'm allowed to have it. Good chance Mr. Roland might get it. He registers all of our events. So that is what's going to be happening. I feel like I'm talking like a DJ today. I don't know. Maybe it's all the screens. What was I going to say? I don't know. I've lost my train of thought. Yes, register. Okay, so that is it. So a quick recap on today's session. Like I said, it was a quick one just to test this format out. I didn't want to spend hours doing sessions and realizing that no one's going to watch them in our new format. So I wanted to make sure it was okay, and I'll check the stats later. But basically, what I've showed you today is how to do very, very easily use your phone or your iPad or any device as a really high resolution webcam. You do that by downloading a piece of free software if you don't mind getting bombarded with ads every time you use it, or paying $12 and getting the paid for version, which gives you full HD resolution. And then you can see I'm using it now right down here as well. You get a wireless HD video basically webcam, and it's pretty handy to have. So I'll be using this when I do my session in the garage. I'm going to have that set up wirelessly, and we'll see how we go. So thank you very much. Hopefully you're all busy booking through Event right now. Again, it's free to do, and you can win. Definitely sound like a radio host now. Cool. All right, that's it from me, and I hope to see everybody tomorrow when we have Illustrator, Intro to Illustrator. Now, I know that is going to be a busy one, so I'll make sure and run us all through that. Maybe I won't have multiple cameras going for that one, mainly because I don't want my fans to spin up as loud as I have today. So thank you very much. I'm going to end this stream, and hopefully this new format worked out okay. If it is a bit of a pain for you to have to register, please let us know, and we'll see what we can do. But